But plants have feelings too.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how to go vegan in 2021, what you must know before you go vegan, and my top tips. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now this point is super important. For me personally, once I went vegan, I could not look back. I went vegan overnight and from one day eating all animal products, the next day I ate none. But this is not the case for every person and it is a-okay. Take it easy. Introduce vegan and plant-based meals to your diet every day. Start off, for example, with one meal a day that is plant-based and vegan. That way your taste buds will slowly get used to the new flavors and textures, and it might take time. Give yourself the time so it will be a lifelong choice and not just a diet that comes and goes away. Do not be shy to ask for help. If you feel alone in this journey, if you need some advice, if you're not sure if some kind of a product is vegan or not, then you should definitely join vegan Facebook groups. There are a ton of them on Facebook, on Reddit, whatever platform you prefer. The internet is just an amazing place to find yourself a community and not feel alone in this journey. And of course, if you want, you can also talk to me right here in the comment section or DM me on Instagram. My name is cvegan. Whatever is comfortable for you. There are so many people that would love to give a hand and help you. And if you feel like a Facebook group or something like this is not enough for you, then you can definitely join VEGANUARY or Challenge 22. They both help people to transition to a vegan diet. Not everyone is going to agree with you or understand why you choose this lifestyle, but remember why you're doing this. For the animals, for the planet, for your health, whatever your reasons may be. Remind yourself of that and just keep going. People might start asking weird, silly questions like,
But if the animal died from, old age, will you eat it?
and what if you grow a chicken in the garden? Will you eat its eggs?
But plants have feelings too.
But don't let that bring you down. Remember, once you were in their position, you were not born vegan. I mean, most of us weren't. Either learn how to confront them and answer their questions, or just avoid it if you don't feel comfortable facing them and answer something like, I get your point of view. I was once there in your position. But once you educate yourself and realize the positive impact veganism has on the environment, our health, and most importantly, the animals, you won't be asking these questions anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you what you need to have in your pantry as a new vegan that will help you so much in your journey. First and foremost, we're going to start off with nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast gives a cheesy flavor to almost anything you add it to. You can add it on top of any kind of pasta. You can add it to your tofu scramble. If you want a tofu scramble recipe, I'll leave you a link right here to my recipe. You can add it to any kind of salad dressing if you want to give it a cheesy flavor. If you want an easy 30-second Parmesan cheese recipe, I'll leave you a link right here to Yuval Gunen's video. And nutritional yeast can be used in so many more recipes. I think it's a must-have in your pantry as a new vegan. Nooch will become your best friend as a vegan. Our next one is black salt. Black salt gives an eggy flavor to your food. You can use it for an egg salad, in your tofu scramble like I mentioned before. You can use it in vegan omelette that is made from silken tofu, or even an omelette that is made from lentils and chickpea flour. And don't expect it to taste exactly like eggs. Just give your taste buds some time until they get used to the new flavors you're introducing to them. I cannot live without tahini. Now, of course, if you have a sesame allergy, I'm so sorry, this point is not for you. But if you don't, tahini will be an integral part of your life. Tahini is a sesame seed paste. If you don't know it, I'm pretty sure it is available worldwide and you can buy it in basically any supermarket. If you ask me, tahini is the best thing that ever happened to humanity, and I don't think I'm exaggerating. Basically anything you find a little boring, you can add either plain tahini or make a really quick tahini sauce with some tahini, lemon juice, salt, pepper and garlic. You just mix it up with some water, make it a little thinner, and you add this sauce to anything you want. You can also use tahini, of course, for making a homemade hummus. If you want, I also have a recipe for this, and I leave you a link right here for that. You can use tahini in baking as a binder, for making fritters, latke, vegan vegetable pies, and even just spread on a toasted bread some tahini and some jam of your choice or date syrup, and it tastes absolutely divine. Now, what I'm going to mention now is more of a food group. I'm going to talk about grains and legumes. Grains and legumes are something you should always have in your pantry, and I'm going to explain why. If you have cooked grains and legumes, you can just make yourself a meal in under 5 minutes. You can just put in a plate some kind of a grain, some kind of a legume, any kind of vegetables actually, fresh vegetables, roasted vegetables, sauteed vegetables, whatever you like. Add some kind of a fat source like tahini, hummus, whatever you want to put on top of it, and you have yourself a perfect balanced vegan meal. I highly recommend you exploring and seeing which legumes and grains you like. Veganism doesn't have to be expensive. You don't need to look for all the vegan alternatives, meat alternatives, and cheese alternatives. Of course, there is nothing wrong with vegan expensive food. I'm just saying veganism doesn't have to be expensive. You can buy all the vegan junk food and all the most expensive vegan products, but you can also be vegan on a budget. Now let me tell you this, you won't get protein deficiency, and you do need a B12 supplement. About protein deficiency, don't you even worry. If you eat a whole food plant-based diet that does not consist only junk foods, you'll probably be fine. But I am not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor. If you think you missed something or you do need some guidance, then make sure to reach out and ask for help from a professional. B12 is a must for vegans, and in a way, meat eaters also get a B12 supplement because the animals they eat get a B12 shot. 95% of all B12 supplement manufactured are actually given to farmed animals. So people that consume the meat of these animals are actually just receiving the B12, which originally came from supplement fed to the animals. So make sure to consult your doctor on how much and how often to take the B12 supplement. I'll leave a link in the description box if you want to read more about it and see where I got these facts from. Now, this is something you need to get used to. You need to learn how to read food labels. Nowadays, there are a lot of products that are actually marked in a vegan label. In Israel, we actually have a non-profit organization that is called Vegan Friendly. They mark restaurants, vegan products, and so much more. Before Corona days, I actually volunteered there and helped in one of their projects. And also in Europe and in the United States, there are a lot of products that are marked as vegan, and you can find a little V. I'll put somewhere around me here how the labels look, but not all products have these signs and can be vegan. So you need to first of all start reading the labels if you're not doing that already, and you need to learn for what ingredients to look for other than the obvious ones like milk, eggs, meat, etc. Non-vegan ingredients can hide in the label, such as casein, gelatin, whey, lactose, and more. So again, I will leave you in the description box some links if you want to read further and learn, but do your research before you purchase any kind of new product. I'll try to leave you links in the description box to some helpful resources on how to read food labels and recognize a vegan product. To be honest, I still read labels and check them even if they have a vegan label sometimes. Because, you know, humans make mistakes, and once I purchased a product that was labeled vegan, and in the ingredients I found honey. So I would still recommend, even if there is a product marked vegan, just checking out real fast the labels and making sure there isn't any mistake. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and you find it helpful. If you're considering going vegan, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to help you if you need it. And this is a message to you that you are doing something great. I upload videos every Monday, so make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next Monday. Bye bye.